Hey, welcome to Neversink Farm, and I've got the, this is the timer controller, irrigation controller that Neversink Tools sells. It really is, in its class, it's the best. And that's why they sell it. You know, there's a lot of options for controllers. I think to get better than this, you really have to go to like an integrated system in your greenhouse or something. But as a standalone valve, this thing is just great. I've been using them for 15 years or more, and I love it. It does take time to get to know the functions of it. I'll go through the simple ones of it, but it's not complicated, it's just new. You know, it's new to you. Okay, so you're gonna get a couple of fittings. If you got it with fittings. And like any plumbing threaded fitting, it's a good idea to put tape on it so it doesn't leak. Because it's gonna be under pressure probably in your system. You know, like an aquifer doesn't need tape because it's not under pressure. It's only on when you're sprinkling. The one that's going in is going to be under pressure all the time. It has to be, because this is turning on and off your water. It's got a high-end valve on it that gets turned on and off through the solenoid. And this is a battery-operated controller. So you don't need to wire it, nothing. You just hook it up to your line and you're good to go. But it's way better than those crappy ones you can get, you know, at a garden store or something. Okay, these are the same. If you have ones that are different, like for pipe, then you want to make sure you do it in the right direction. Okay, the way the thing works is, see there's an arrow here. That's where the water is coming. So this is on your water source side. Okay. Okay. Then this is the irrigating side. Okay. Right? And if you have it leaked, just put more tape on it. Okay, so what's this? Well, this just connects to this if you want to change the angle, right? So let's say, it's really a nothing thing, but let's say, you know, you have your valve set up this way and you want this to sit like this, right? Then you would put this on it so that it will sit like that. Because otherwise, if it's sitting like this, right, then you can just, you know, put this between the wires and have it set like that, right? So that you can come over and check the timer. But if it's up and down, then you would put it here. The way I put it on is I take the solenoid off, but be very careful. A solenoid is not connected, okay? And I tell you, people write in to Neversink Tools and they're like, it's not working. And that's because this thing fell out on the ground, okay? And the solenoid, those are not connected. It's magnetic, it's free floating. So make sure that does not fall out. Okay, everyone has them. Yours didn't show up without one. It's on the ground somewhere. There we go. Okay. Let's go back in. Make sure no dirt gets in there. Definitely do not lose that. Okay, so that's if you want it sitting on top. It's going up and down. And you got that. Okay. Okay. This is just, let's say you want to install this on the wall, right? So you can put a couple of screws to that, and then this will just slide on like this. Just like that. I tell you, I've never done it against the wall. but it's there in case you want to put it against the wall. Okay. Okay, so let me give you some tips about it first. Okay, so there's usually not a problem with this thing that can't be fixed, right, if it's not working. It should work out of the box unless you obviously drop the plunger from the solenoid out. Make sure that's screwed in. It doesn't have to be with a wrench, but that it's tight. These things can get clogged, so you have to have a filter before it if you have dirty water, if there's rust in your water or sand or anything like that. If it does get clogged, you can take this off and just remember how everything goes in together, right? Because there's a spring in there, there's a little pin, and there's a rubber diaphragm. And take a picture so that you don't forget how to put it back. Clean it all thoroughly, put it all back together, and it should work fine if it's clogged. The only thing that I've ever seen go wrong with these is the battery going dead. So I change them once a season. Usually in the spring, I just go out and I don't check if they're bad. I just go and I unscrew it, and it's a little 12-volt battery, and you just change it out. Okay, so when you turn it on, it's going to run through its little thing, and then just let it go until it gets to that screen. Okay, and you'll hear a little click in there, right, as it shuts off the water. Okay, it's normally off. Okay, so the things along the top, those are days, 1 through 7. Okay. And then there's different settings, P1, P2, P3, and off. Okay, and it's a little thing here which says once daily at same time, right? Which means, let's say you want to do it 11 o'clock every day, once daily on selected days. Okay, so that means 11 o'clock on a Tuesday, and then, you know, maybe every other day, let's something like that. P3, up to 3 irrigations per day. So P3 is just more than once a day. So maybe in the morning and afternoon, something like that. That's really it. I think it is simple, but you know, it takes a little while to get used to it. The first thing you want to do is set the clock, okay? So that when you're setting the time, it's correct. So you hold the mode down, and then you just set it, okay? It's 11 o'clock, right? And then you're gonna set this to 11. Okay, it's a 24-hour clock. Set. Okay. Okay, and so now it's set. So the time is correct. That's just giving you what time it is. Okay. Then you hold down the mode. That's going to do time again. You hold it down again. Then this is going to be how long for. Okay. So let's say we do 15 minutes. Okay, so 0, 15, so it's going to water for 15 minutes. Okay, now this is the start. When do you want us to start? Okay, we're going to start at noon. Okay, so noon. You hit set. Done. Okay, so what it's set for is now it's 11 o'clock. You know what time it is. Now it's 11:01. Okay, and then at noon, every day, because it's P1, choose once daily at set time. So, and this is what I normally set up for, is I set up for every day. So every day at noon, it's going to water for 15 minutes. I'll go through it again. Okay, so the first one's time. We're not going to reset that. Okay, we're going to hit it again. Now this is going to be how long do you want to water for? You see the watering symbol? Okay, that's on any one of the settings, right? P1, P2, P3. How long do you want to water for? I put 15 minutes. Hit mode again. Okay. And this is start. When do you want to start? Okay, this is at 12 noon. I could change that and make it at 11:03. Let's do. Hit set again for hour, minus the hour, set again. Okay, so this will actually come on when this goes to 11:03, right? You'll actually hear it'll come on and start watering. And this is the P1, and it's once daily at the same time every day. Okay, and then I'm going to show you what P2 and how to set it up, and then how P3 P3. P2 is just turning on and off the days across the top. Now you see the days across the top, this is day 1, right? And you see how there's a square around it? That means it's set for that day. So you can see in P1, all the days are set. Monday through Sunday, or whatever days these are, it doesn't really matter. It's just not, hear it? That's because it went off because it's 11:03, okay? And if you want to stop it, the way you do is you manual start, which is that plus, and then minus. Okay, so let's do P2. So you go to the mode P2, okay? Well, in P2, what you want to do is you're gonna, so you go back into mode. We have the hours, the time of day. We have how long to water for. We have the start. We press it again. Now we do P2, which days? And you see the thing is flashing up in the corner. So I can either mark it and say, let's do first day, okay, set. Then I go to the second day, mark it. Third day, don't mark it. Fourth day, mark it. Fifth day, don't mark it. Sixth day, mark it. Seventh day, mark it, okay? And then hit set. And then I hit this again, and I come out of, hey, hold on. Get rid of this, I went through it again. Okay, so now it's set to water in P2, which it's going to mark only on the days where there's a square around the day. The 7 days in a week, right? It's going to, the day that's flashing is today. And so that's doing it on alternate days. I never use that, but it's there if you need it. Okay, then we'll do the P3. Okay, so then we go back into here. Okay, and it says, look, P3. See, start. Okay, start 1 is 6 because we already set that. Okay. Okay, then I start 2. When starts 2, right? So let's go here, and then we start 2 at 7 o'clock. Okay, hit 7. Then it says, what start 3? Now to wait, if you only want 2 starts, then have 2 at the same time, right? So you go here, go to 7. Now it's going to start at 6 and 7. Okay, and you're good. And now it's set for P3, and then it's going to water every day up to 3 times a day, but it's going to only do it at 1 and 2 because it's set at 6 and 7. It's the whole thing. It's not too bad. Set it and you forget it, and it works for drip, it works for wobblers, any of that stuff. And I used to have really dirty water. I used to open up and clean it all the time. Not a problem. Anyway, so that's it. Enjoy, and till next time.